All right, so I just want to, a bit of a weird angle. Continue that last video there. I was talking about how they built cities and they named their cities after their firstborn sons. This is a tradition that carried on with the little g gods who came here and they did the same thing, right? We'll talk more about that maybe at a later time, but focus on the Anunnaki and how they might be the Watchers. They claim after they got man to do the work that they made a refuge, a place where they could go party basically and have a good time. And I believe they said it was Nineveh. So they designed Nineveh as a playground for them, really. And this is before the deluge. And then the deluge happened, and they claim that they had spaceships and spaceports and stuff already established. So they claim that, like their planet, we got to go off on a bit of a side tangent here. Their planet, the 3600 year, a 3600 year year for them because of the pattern of their orbit, right? Ours goes around the sun in 365 days. Theirs goes around the sun once because of this weird orbital shift every 3600 years. So they come into our space basically from outer space every 3600 years. So what human race could even, what one would even last that long if they permitted it to? So anyway, that's to say that in their writing, they refer to this time when they come back to where we are as the time of the planet's crossing, okay? And because of this body, which normally isn't here, being here, it creates tidal shifts and things that happen, and they claim that this is what caused the flood, actually. Okay, now, could it be all connected? Maybe. I don't know. I don't have that kind of brain capacity to be able to say that, God couldn't have foreseen that as part of the whole deal. Like his word went forth, the flood came when it was supposed to come. Like it's still true, right? Regardless of what the catalyst was, right? So anyway, they claim that their planet coming by was the reason why the flood happened, and that they specifically take credit for at least one of them without the permission of the others provided Noah with the means to escape. And, that's an interesting part of their story, how it all fits in. Again, I can't say exactly, but, is it a complete fabrication, or is it possible that, this man of Jesus might have existed in some form before he was a man on earth, right? Or some embodiment of God, the true God, could have been present among them. But that's a bit much for me to, I can't say one way or the other, and it's a bit much to even try to think about right now. It's not really relevant. It's just, what is possible and what is impossible is a good question at this point. So anyway, yeah, they created Nineveh. They claim that like they were in Egypt before the flood, and they may have made Egypt. I don't know, but they said that everything was buried and that they basically had to start over again, right? Also, the other interesting thing that could allude to the fact that they may be the same people, the Watchers and the Anunnaki, is that when you see pictures of them drawn or carved in their ruins, right? They got these weird beards with curly hairs and stuff that most normal people don't, you wouldn't see on a normal person unless they permed their beard. but also they have wings, two sets of wings in fact, which is exactly what's just depicted on the Ark of the Covenant. Angels with wings, a pair of wings upward and a pair of wings that meet at the mercy seat. Which, if you've looked at anything I have on YouTube about Ron Wyatt, you'll know the significance of the scripture that says that his blood landed on the mercy seat. That it's not uh, eloquent speech, but it actually happened. So there's truth in all of it, if we can see past the purposeful divisions, right? And the purposeful, like, they even represent it wrong. So when you look at the information, like Enoch, for example, it's all in pieces, and you got to decide, well, is this talking about the deluge or is this talking about the end times? And you can tell. I mean, if you really critically think it through, look at what the information says. It represents itself. The truth doesn't need outside validation, right? So think for yourself. Look at the facts. It does require some level of faith, right? Faith that our ancestors had. If you can't believe in all of it, at least believe in them, right? They believe in us, so and they're hoping for us. Make a way. Bless you and take care. Bye.